Now, I know what you're thinking.
Fuck 2020, 2020 can suck my dick.
Obviously, this is a late video, but you know, I always arrive late. Batman always arrives late to occasions. That's why he's considered as Batman. So, without further ado, this is my top 10 best Batmantastic films of 2020. And I know, I'm breaking the rule of 2021 because the number one rule of 2021 is never talk about 2020. But you know what they say, rules were made to be broken. So I have to talk about my best films of 2020. So without further ado, here is number 10. Holy mackerel. Number 10 is Palm Springs. This film revolves around the character, the guy who's from the Lonely Island, Young Sandwich. I forgot the actor's name that quick, because, you know. But this film right here, Palm Springs, revolves around a character named Niles that went to Palm Springs and got stuck in a time loop with another female. And now he's trying to figure out what is going on, or how is he able to stop this time loop from happening. Or every time he relives the entire day, he wakes up the next morning living these same events of the day he just lived. Because it has some good performances here and there, but one of the things I like about this movie was its plot. Yes, it's a comedy, and the main objective of the film is to make me laugh. And the film did a good job making me laugh, but also it has a good plot revolving around time loops. Even though it's a concept we've seen before, I feel like that this rom-com definitely blew it out the water. That considered to be number 10. So here's number 9. Holy mackerel. Number 9, I had to give it to Chris Hemsworth, Thor. Okay. Chris Hemsworth in the film called Extraction. You can find this film on Netflix. I consider this one of the best action films of 2020 because this movie like blew me away from the cinematic level. Like, Chris Hemsworth definitely solidified himself as an action star. The fight choreography was just amazing. I mean, he plays a guy, he's trying to extract this kid to the embassy, and we got gunfire, gun blazing, tanks, cars, explosions. It has everything you want in an action movie, but it's not as good as number 8. Holy Number 8 is Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, Sonic the Hedgehog. The fans, I want to thank you fans. Well, I should be thanking myself because I'm a fan. If you're watching this video and you're one of the people who saw the first trailer that they released, and they showed the humanoid little freakazoid little monster munchkin that they happened to have the audacity to say that this is our Sonic the Hedgehog, and you disagree with it, pat yourself on the back, because without you fans, the studio, the director wouldn't cancel production and wouldn't tell his team to redesign the character. And the best thing about this movie was Jim Carrey. Come on. I feel like Jim Carrey gave out one of the hilarious performances of the year. The Sonic design is just like the design from the classic TV show and the classic games from Nintendo GameCube. Come on, man, I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. But Sonic is not as good as number 7. So what is number 7? Holy mackerel. Number 7 is Bad Education. You know, Hugh Jackman. He plays a character named Fred Tassone, and this is about the largest embezzlement scandal in U.S. history. And Hugh Jackman gave out one of the best performances of his career. Probably you can say is up there with Prisoners and Logan. And like, the guy is just a walking charisma smoothie. He definitely shows some range with his role. Like, this was definitely a really good film. I really enjoyed. But it's not as good as number 6. Holy mackerel. Number 6 is Invisible Man. Does you think you can do it? Do you think you can make me invisible for a hot second? Hey! What the hell, man? Approximately at 16 seconds, you were supposed to make me invisible. We never had a discussion about you becoming invisible. You local. This was all part of the agreement, Sean. That was never part of the agreement.
How am I loco? I'm just trying to do whatever I'm trying to do. How many years? For how many years I've been trying to construct this for many months, and then you going to try to do all this? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you, man? This is all part of the plan.
So Invisible Man is basically one of my favorite films of 2020 because of Elizabeth Moss's performance. Gives out one hell of a performance. If the Oscars wasn't canceled, I would give her the Oscar right now for probably best female performance of 2020. The character didn't have powers of invisibility. This guy had like a mechanical suit that he created of optic lens, and that allowed him to become invisible. They dumbed down the plot to make it relatable and make it in a relatable real life sense and scenario. This is definitely an entertaining, thrilling experience of watching it. Definitely check out this film. So, but it's not as good as number 5. Holy mackerel! The Five Bloods. That's perfect. Number 5 for the Five Bloods. That was perfect. You know, I wasn't even trying to be clever or anything. But the film, The Five Bloods, the film directed by Spike Lee, and this film right here definitely blew me away. It has the late great, rest in peace, Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman in the film, and it has a bunch of OGs. Lindo, I forgot the guy's name. In the arms of the... I just put the picture right here. Him and Elizabeth Moss probably had the top-notch, probably the top 5 best performances of 2020 in my opinion. But the film is great, the performance is great, but it's not as great as number 4. What can it be? Holy mackerel! This is a metal pin, by the way. The Sounds of Metal. It's number 4 on my list. Oh, fuck that. My corny ass. But Sounds of Metal is basically made it to my number 4. Now, I didn't review this film at all. Riz Ahmed, he plays a drummer who's dealing with hearing loss, and throughout the film he's trying to find ways to regain back his hearing. The movie was a groundbreaking performance of Riz Ahmed. Like, Riz, this is the best performance of Riz Ahmed's career, hands down. If you look at his filmography, no performance even comes close to how great this man did in this film. Like, literally, this film, he was so good that it's probably one of the best top 5 best performances of 2020 in my opinion. Yes, I was just blown away. Great movie, great plot. It's not based off a true story, but it does feel like it could be based off a true story. Holy mackerel! Now, these next 3 films I haven't reviewed on my channel, so I want to get that out the way. So number 3 is Netflix, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Now, you know, they don't show her actual Black Bottom. It's an iconic song based off a true story in the 1920s. Viola Davis, she plays Ma Rainey, and she did a fantastic job. But I really want to talk about Chadwick Boseman. He blew me away with his performance. I thought Viola Davis' character had like a voice inflection of Denzel Washington for a little second, when she kind of was talking like him a little bit. And then I saw his name as a producer, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, now that makes sense. Holy mackerel! This movie, Soul, was definitely one of the best films of 2020. It's about a musician who gets a gig and he accidentally dies in the break between life and death. And then his soul goes into this alternate plane where other souls go. But this movie right here had a great and astounding message revolving around, you know, personality, and revolving around, you know, what's your purpose in life, you know, things you do, your everyday life. It has some really good messages, strong messages at that kind of almost brought a tear to my eye. This movie has some amazing animation, like some characters, they almost look lifelike, and you know, having characters with real black African American hairstyles. Yeah, like, I was just amazed from Disney. I was just amazed from Pixar. Definitely one of my favorite films of 2020, probably if not one of the best Pixar films. I was blown away from Soul. If you get a chance, if you have Disney Plus, after you're done watching this video and you haven't watched Soul or seen it, check that shit out right on the bat ASAP, because you will finally get some soul in your life. And if you don't have a soul, well, you're going to get soul when you watch Soul. Soul Train.
Holy mackerel!
Is Hillybilly Eggleby. Ellaby. Hillybilly Ellagy. Yeah, I think that's the title. I need a moment of silence because that movie was so great. Wow. That movie was probably the best film of 2020, hands down. When I watched the movie, 20 minutes in, this film already solidified itself at number one. Glenn Close was unrecognizable. Amy Adams was unrecognizable. Great, talking about top-notch performances of the year. Like, Glenn Close, hands down, gave out one of the top 3 best performances of the year. I've been saying that a lot, but if I can give anyone an Oscar right now, I would give it to Glenn Close. And Elizabeth Moss was great, but not as great as Glenn Close. Wow. You will have a heart-throbbing time watching this movie. I didn't say a great time, I said heart-throbbing time, because this film puts you in the feels a lot. Like feels type, not like feels emotionally, but more like frustration feels, because the characters do a lot of shit. There's so much drama. It's like probably the best drama of 2020, and yeah, without going to spoilers, that is the best film of 2020, and that is my list of 2020. And so guys, what are your thoughts on my list? Please comment your thoughts. Let's talk about it. And also, what is your top 10 films of 2020? Even though I'm breaking the rule that says the whole rule 2021 is not to talk about 2020, but for the sake of this video, let's break the rule, okay? Let's break the rule together and put down your top 10 films of 2020, and let's talk about it and have a discussion about it. All right, guys, thank you for another year of supporting my channel in 2021. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say, like, I'm not going to have personal goals. I'm not going to say big things are going to happen, because I don't want no alien to abduct me right now. So I'm going to keep all my goals and keep all the things at a bare minimum. But I would like for you guys to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It brings me motivation to give you guys the best content from my heart to give to you guys. All right, guys, because without you, I am nothing. This channel wouldn't be as great as it is without you guys hitting the subscribe button. If you like everything you see and you agree, subscribe to my channel and join me in the Batman family. I'll have more Batman-tastic reviews on the way. You have been warned. Till then, ciao.